Dilation against Timber and Cold Snap against Timber. So it's basically the same reverse right now with Fnatic going for a different type of support for themselves, which is the Lion and the Spirit this time.
And oh, Fnatic. Evil. Evil. But very effective, Winter. I know Gods doesn't really like them running the Brood, but they have taken down quite a few of their SEA opponents with this pocket pick.
Yeah, they did it in one of the games where they played against WG earlier today. And it was against a lineup that something similar to what Execration has right now. No good heroes against Brood, except for whatever they're going to pick in the last phase, where the WG Unity went for the Axe to deal with the Brood. And even then, like Fnatic, with an early game lead, like around a 10k lead, but they still struggled later on because Brood still has the same issues in the later game, even if you're using the, the Bulldog carry build.
Yeah, the Echo Saber, Deso.
The Echo Saber, BKB AC, whatnot. Broodmother still has issues in the late game. Like if you look at Execration's lineup, they have Doom and Void. They're very good heroes at dealing with the Brood later in the game. So as long as they finish off with a hero that can deal with the Brood, like Axe, Sand King, heroes like this, and you run like Doom, Jungle, Roam, whatever you want to, Void on offlane possibly. If you can deal with the Broodmother in the early game, he's going to be like weak later against their heroes in the mid to late game.
So, where do you think the teams go with their bans here? I mean, I'm thinking for Execration, or rather for Fnatic, you probably ban Darkseer.
Darkseer, Axe, all these heroes, like one of those heroes that is very good against Brood. Maybe, I think probably Axe is the strongest against Brood. Darkseer, maybe not as strong as Axe because you don't have, the blink catch compared to Axe against the Brood. You need some catch against the Brood later.
And how about for Fnatic, or for Execration, what are they looking to ban? A core for Mushi?
Yeah, a core for Mushi. They definitely need a heavy core. They're gonna run a tri-core lineup because you have Brood. So Brood is not gonna do so much later. So you need a hero that does a lot later. They ran it with the Ember, the game Ember plus another core. Can't remember that core, but this game they could possibly do the same thing. Because like I said in that game, Ember was a pretty good pick because you can actually, he's one of the few heroes that can actually easily rotate to the Brood's lane and help her out. Because at some point, the Brood is going to need a gank and Ember is a perfect hero for that.
What's it going to be, Fnatic? Interesting to see the Gyro ban. Not really a very popular carry.
They're expecting the Timber to go mid, go for Gyro, like a...
Doesn't Doom still... Doom still disables Flat Cannon even if you activated it, right? Or did they change that?
It should disable it, because it disables everything.
I feel like Doom is one of the hardest counters to Gyro in the game. Because of that, like...
I mean, doesn't he counter everyone?
No, like DP, Wraith King, Razor... Yeah, these heroes are still decent. Lone Druid.
Only if you pop your spells first before
Sven, Lone Druid. I mean, there's heroes that are good. But you wanted a hard carry. It's going to be a different flavor, but something Fnatic do like to run a lot, the Medusa.
Yeah, it's still a hero that fits their entire strat. They definitely need a hero that deals physical damage, hard to kill. Oh, that was the hero that they banned in the last series against WG. And WG went for Axe, and now Execration goes for the Sven. The Cleave is very good versus the Spiders.
Yeah, that's a good point. And it's also someone that gives you a lot of combo damage if you can hit a good chrono. But
he's going to be susceptible towards the Stone Gaze. I mean, that's the only issue you run into in the team fights. Medusa is very good versus the melee cores like Sven.
I guess is this a game where you look towards like a Diffusal Blade for the Void? Do you think?
Manta Diffuser seems good.
Change up your build a bit from the normal offlane.
But you have to be very rich to be able to do that,
Yeah, that's true.
And if you look at this game, if Medusa is going mid and they're gonna do Timber versus Void, good luck getting that farm as Void. We saw last game what happened.
Well, let's have a pause and let's remove our draft overlay. All right, there we go. So, game 4, draft's complete, Winter. Who do you like? Who are you favoring in this one?
I got to say I'm favoring a 5th game.
Not liking the Fnatic draft.
No, I don't think They have to do a lot though here for their draft to be able to pull through.
Oh.
And Execration have a lot of cores that scale, like all their heroes scale super well into the late game. They are good early game, they're good in the late game.
Oh, super early TPs. 2 players smoking down. We'll get some eyes on each other. And DJ going
Doom
for a
has-
deep board top.
Doom has both the wards, so let's see whether he, like I mentioned, time and time again, against Earth Spirit, you need wards that scout out the rotations in the river, because you need to understand where the Earth Spirit is ganking. So we'll see where Kimo decides to put the wards up to help his Invoker.
Yeah, for now, Chemo moves up the ramp. Doesn't actually drop a ward.
That's strange.
Yeah, and actually the Brood was pinning it. Ohio got a ward down. They're leaving the Timber Saw here. They're going to switch up the lanes. Are we going to see a mid Brood? Or a top Brood? Bushi's got a rate of protection, so that's normally the side lane build.
So it's going to be Brood versus Invoker if it's a mid Brood.
Is that a good
That is
matchup
actually-
for Brood?
Yeah, that's good. Invoker is not going to be too happy about that against the Spiders.
Is there any adjustment Execration can make at that point?
Well, you can switch the Sven mid, I guess, and put the Invoker safe lane. That's possible. I mean, at the end of the day, you want the Sven on the Brood's lane.
Let's see if they make an adjustment. It's such an unusual lane. I wonder if they would even consider it.
I mean, it was quite popular back in like the olden days where we do a lot of Brood mid to catch opponent by surprise, especially against Invoker, like heroes that have no wave clear.
Yeah, it used to be really common, but I mean, Sven mid is just so strange that we'll see if they want to adapt.
You do what you got to do, my friend, to win the game, even if it's strange.
Ah, a gift from Jerbax. This Sven set is sick. Do you like it?
All you care about is the cosmetics.
That's definitely bullshit. Done here in RR. Just gonna time walk it off. But then they roll forward. They're looking for an early first blood here. The body blocks from DJ, quite good. Orb of Venom working its magic. They need one more auto attack. He's got a salve. It gets canceled, and lane is over for RR. All the way back to the base.
I mean, he needed to salve there, otherwise he would be dead. So
Yeah.
don't blame him.
But still hurts a lot. So he'll have to walk home, then TP back. They are going for the lane swap, Winter. So good call there. Nando mid. Brood gonna have to deal with the sentry now.
Huh. Doom has the Ursa creep, the Thunderclap, so not the best creep for the laning phase to help out the Sven against the Brood, but they're gonna switch their lanes once more. Brood is heading towards bottom. Timber is going mid against the Sven.
Yeah, obviously that's a really easy matchup for Timber if he gets it. But I imagine we might see Execration just swap again.
But his TP is
Abed.
going to be on cooldown. His TP is going to be on cooldown. He needs to wait some time before he can swap the lanes again. So I don't think they'll do it anytime soon.
So for now, they're going to get the Brood versus Invoker matchup, albeit does have the Witch Doctor to support him. So not as bad.
Yeah, this musical lanes is actually pretty good for Execration. Because Brood Mother doesn't want to move a lot, too much, and then you have a Doom jungling, so...
Yeah, the issue with
All
Brood
in
when
all-
you move is you lose your webs. So you have to rebuild them.
All in all, Execration is getting a lot more out of this exchange.
Oh,
I feel.
RR. He's out fairly far here. Does have the time walk.
He's
And
fine.
Not going to go
Don't
for him
worry.
this time.
Don't worry, he's fine. He's gonna get an Iron Talon soon.
Oh, yeah. What a game Dota 2 is.
And you say you love Iron Talon.
I do. I love using
Doesn't
it.
sound...
I'm not sure I love the item being in the game, but I guess it makes certain heroes more viable. It's like the same argument for Bottle Crowing back when it was as strong as it used to be.
Alright, the lane swap again. Brood is mid. Sub Invoker. I'm here to ruin your day, says Ohio.
And he does have that one web still in the middle lane. Mid one, back to bottom. Some musical lanes continue, and CS-wise, Fnatic are definitely winning this trade, Winter, so it seems like they're just one step ahead of Execration since they started with these lanes. And
Yeah,
people-
but don't forget about the Doom jungling, Gorman. There's the Doom jungling.
Chill, bro. Oh, mid one. A lot of danger here. Maledict coming through. And the tornado off the mark, but I don't think it matters. Last tick comes in, and Execration they get the one extra rotation required as Ohio also gets pressured mid. Now Nando's back, so all of a sudden Fnatic, that slight early lead they'd accrued is all gone.
And you say chill, bro.
Yeah, you should relax. You're so angry.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You told me to unleash my true self, and I'm always angry.
Not on me. On the players.
Oh, I thought you meant you.
Why would I mean me? Why would I want your anger?
I don't know. Because it's fun.
Spoken like a true sadist. Alright, so musical lanes once more. Timber back mid.
Radiant's
Sven's running bottom.
is under attack.
Will the rotations ever end? Both
I'm
teams are
afraid
stubborn. They're afraid to
But,
give
but,
up.
like I said, it's better for Execration if this goes. Even though the Fnatic cores are getting a little bit more CS, but in the trade-off for the Doom jungling, so I think it's favorable for Execration. And they're looking to make a rotation towards the Medusa before she hits level 6. Not sure if they can get the kill here unless there's more heroes tipping in.
And Mushi no points in Spell Shield, but does have a skill
Okay.
point saved, I believe.
No
Oh,
one
actually
can
took
TP in
stats.
though, I'm not
He took stats.
No.
Right? He might actually be in
Shoot
trouble
up.
here. Mushi, the Scorched Earth. There's the Hadouken. If they get a bash, he's done for. There's the roll, though. The turnaround from DJ. Big save attempted. And it looks like with that extra mana, he probably makes it. Chemo committing for this. He doesn't have mana, but he's got the move speed. Can he get in range? One more auto attack. 3-4-3 to the rescue. There's the Hex. Should be able to follow up with the stun. And Chemo. So close. So close. Oh, Mushi playing with fire. But
I
he
was
will
gonna
survive.
flame him for not having a point in mana shield and he didn't die. So he baited him into that. That win lace on Doom made him feel like he could have chased him down and actually get the kill.
Well, and if it wasn't for the Lion, he would have too. So even though they don't get the Mushi kill, it's still, he has to go home. 2 supports have to rotate. It's not really that big of a win for Fnatic.
Well,
Yeah.
he didn't die, you know, so that's important.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than him dying, but it's still not great. Internet. Mid one will Timber chain away. Chemo, though, pursuing him. Already cracked level 5 here. Now the Cold Snap coming into play. Abed has the Tornado ready. Doesn't even need it, but he'll use it anyway. And with that, the Timbersaw dies. So Execration starting to figure Fnatic out and pull ahead here. They've got a free farming Sven, an Invoker, who's leading in overall net worth. And things are looking good.
Structures are fortified.
Oh, there's something I forgot to talk about. I know we talk about the Void plus Invoker combo, but they switch up the Invoker to Qualifier.
Control over the game until they get like a blink on the Lion, but that's a very long way off.
Yeah, and right now for Execration, they have heroes like Void and Doom to create space, create tempo.
And
move with
Quaswex
smoke
Invoker,
without-
like he's gonna do way more
Yeah.
than a Timber for space creation.
Nope.
It might look
Maybe
even on
everyone-
paper, but it actually no, it doesn't even anymore. Now Execration with a clear gold and experience lead, but even if it were even, I feel like that would still be quite bad.
This is very, even though it's like only a 1,000 goal lead, but it's pretty bad because of the overall strategy they're running. Like the Brute didn't do anything. And now, right now, the Invoker plus the Void and the Doom will be able to create a lot of space on the map if they find opportunities to. Bottom lane, they're gonna start to try and pressure the mid tower. Execration not deciding to defend the tower. They're gonna use this time to stack up more Ancients for the Sven. He's finished up his Helm of Dominator and take the fight away from the Broodmother's lane.
Yeah, they're giving Tim's now the offlane, rotating the Witch Doctor, so trying to get a bit of extra experience on him. We see mid 1, shoving in bottom. Brood is taking the tier 1 as you mentioned, but Execration with the full 3-hero rotation top. They'll bring in Nando. They'll go for push of their own. I wonder if we see Fnatic try to contest this. There is a Chrono about to come online.
Oh, he actually still has a lot of CS. I didn't realize the Brood has so much CS despite the musical lanes.
Yeah, Midas coming out fairly soon. He did stop off for the medallion though. It's mid 1.
He might get
TP's
caught
on
here.
top.
The smoke. The smoke.
Well, they got Ohio. He's got a web, and he will manage to scurry through it. The cold snap connects, but
wait,
no detection.
They don't have detection. They went for that kill without detection.
I'm not sure if they're were they going for the Brood though, or were they expecting
mean,
like someone else to be there?
They were running bottom lane. Brood was bottom lane.
Yeah. Maybe they were hoping to get a support.
Man, that's no excuse, dude.
Fair enough. Savage Winter.
Now on Doom.
No excuses accepted here.
Well, that's what you told me when I was late for work. You said there's no excuses.
You were late every day last hub.
Not every day. I was late like for one day.
Bro. Come on. Well.
Okay, 2 days. 2 days. 2 days.
I don't know. If Ben Wu has to tell you you're late, you're late. You're very late.
Okay, fine. I was late.
There
For
you
2
go.
days.
Yeah, see,
Out of the 4 days.
Now you admit.
2.
Yeah, 50%. Chemo gonna TP top though. And it looks like he wants to make a move here. They've got the Doom online. Dire team, no vision. Not yet anyway, but they are heading back. And there's the jump in from the Void. Chrono committed. It's only on Mushi. This seems like a terrible initiation, but they're going to go for it anyway. They get the Hex on Chemo. Stone Gaze coming through. Will there be any TPs? Already Chemo turned into Stone and now stunned. Very easily killed off here. Doesn't even manage to cast the Doom. 343 though. Will still die, so Execration get a support. But they give up their 4 position for that.
Not worth it though. They were really indecisive. You could tell like the Void doesn't want to go in, but the Doom was like running in behind. He's telling him, go, 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 dude, trust me, trust me. And then he's like, okay, I'm gonna go in. He drops a Chrono and like doesn't even want to try and right click. Mid lane, mid one.
Oh.
Gonna get caught by that EMP.
Oh, it's so annoying. But then he throws out the Chakram. He's pretty angry about this. But will easily juke that initial roll, but still the smash connecting. They don't have the follow-up damage though. He's starting to become a real pain in the rear for this Timbersaw.
I mean, Class Vex Invoker is very, very annoying. The cold snap, EMP, and even the Taunt.
Yeah, just constantly can interrupt that Timber chain, as well as remove his mana. Kale. Kale. And now I've even lost Winter. Come back to me, Winter. Come back. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. I am actually going to kill someone at the ISP's office, so I guess this will be the last time that I ever cast Dota 2.
Are you alright, Mr. Gorman?
I am very angry.
Don't be angry. I'll cheer you up. Execration is gonna cheer you up with a 5th game.
Alright, well, hopefully it'll be less shit internet in that 5th game. A man can dream.
Oh, don't you have like super good internet there?
Yeah, well, it normally is. It's been absolutely terrible the past 4 days, but, you know, them's the breaks, I guess. We didn't have any problems last hub, but go figure. Apologies to the viewers out there. We can't really fix it this second, but hopefully for future events it will be resolved. So thank you for bearing with us, and well, please accept our apologies. Anyway, back to the game. Nando
Invoker's
has been...
gonna have his Midas. Invoker's getting his Midas, and there's another stack for Nando.
Yeah, he's already got the Echo Saber practically done, so it's just turning into one of those like classic free farm Sven games where he tends to get out of control rather quickly.
If you look at the late game scenario, Sven, Void, Doom, now that's really, really scary. Like Fnatic has like arguably only one hero, like Medusa. Our top lane RR, he's gonna get silence hexed up.
Well, 343's hero was not cooperating with the pathing. It looked for a second like he was actually going to fail to hit that stun. EMP coming through, but now the turnaround. Stone Gaze committed. They want this Sven. Nando would be a big kill. He tries to face away from Mushi. Goes for the TP out, but a follow-up stun's there. They will lose Nando. That's a big one for Fnatic.
Oh my god. They were counting on that EMP hitting on the Dusa, and the Sven, actually he ran in, Nando ran in, and the EMP didn't hit Dusa, and he had mana for his Stone Gaze. And then he was like basically stuck there after that.
That was a really big mistake. A lot of gold lost there. All of a sudden, Execration, after working hard for a lead, has seen it melt away. But still, lineup-wise, they can afford to make some mistakes and be in alright position. I do want to point out, Winter, we're going to see a Midas from Chemo. So they're going a bit greedier. Double Midas.
Ooh.
Sven Dominator. They really want to secure the late game.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And they are pretty certain that it's very difficult for Fnatic to go punish them right now because they have a Qualifier Invoker to defend off the pushes. And apart from the Midas on Chemo, he has 3 points in Devour, so he's just going like full on greed. They understand that if the game drags out, they have much better heroes scaling into the late game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally agree with you there. I guess the question is, will Fnatic find that timing window to punish? Mushi closing in on the Lincoln Sphere now. Has the ultimate orb gold. Just needs the recipe, about a third of the way to it. Let's see.
They don't have the best heroes to punish that though. I'm not sure. Top lane, Mushi's gonna get chrono, which after ultimate. Doom, 3 ultimates onto Mushi there. The
Oh,
hate
he
is
buys
real.
the Yasha and Wraith band. So he's not gonna rush for the Lincolns now.
Just wants it for the mana regen.
I think he
HP regen.
also just wanted it
lane.
because
Nando.
oh,
Oh,
good
he got
catch there by DJ. Actually heard the TP complete. I got the sound effect of it finishing, but it did not
you
finish.
Must be You must be lagging very, very badly.
Yeah, I guess so. But I guess with Mushi, he's just like, oh, a courier's not at the side shop, so if I don't just buy this Yasha Wraith Band, I'm gonna lose my unreliable gold. But
Oh, Brumada, bottom lane.
and now moving on
Close
to Abed, trying to chase down Ohio. Ohio should be okay for now, and from the
Oh,
rear
bottom lane.
comes through. 4-3, stun, finger, and he shoots. He scores. A nice pick off there, Fnatic. Forcing 2 TPs to be cancelled. They will be able to converge on this tower, take it out as well. So overall, a big win for them. 2 more cores going down. Sure, Execration got a tower, but eventually Fnatic should be able to take all of Execrations and equal things out.
So, this is really, really important for Fnatic. They need to be able to use this brute to get some sort of advantage for the team. And possibly even Roshan, because they're on Dire side, it's easier for the brute to secure Roshan for his team. And he has that early medallion as well to help for that.
They're now going to rotate towards mid. Brood can fully occupy the enemy woods. And like you mentioned, Roshan likely in the cards.
Radiant's middle tower
Let's
is
see.
under attack.
If there's any defense of this tower mid, doesn't appear to be the case. No glyph available. So Ohio will get it.
You
Middle tower.
remember they used up the TPs and they cancelled before?
Yeah.
And Invis on DJ is trying to set up something for his team.
Really need to hit that Quasflex Invoker if you want to go for it. And oh my fucking god, are you kidding me?
Radiant structures are
Oh, I can tell you're very, very angry.
Radiant
I apologize.
denied.
Nando does get caught out here. Here's the Magnetize from DJ. They're looking for this Sven. Mid one jumping in, throws out the change. The tornado comes through though, and now mid one's going to be out of mana, perhaps in danger. Very low, very squishy. Beautiful catch by RR. On to 2. Do they have to follow up? They get the first kill. Nando low. A great flank from the rear though as Ohio starting to clear them up. The stone gaze onto Abed. He turns away. He looks for the TP out. It's a triple for Ohio. RR forced to run. It was such a good chrono, but it's not enough. And in fact, Ohio's going to make it an ultra kill, even bringing down the Doom. Well, that's a free Echo Saber for him, complete with 1,500 gold still in the bank. And a Bloodstone. Coming out for mid one.
That was overall very, very good positioning by Fnatic. They surrounded them, and even though the chrono was pretty good, they caught 2 heroes, but it caught the Sven in the process, so he couldn't do anything, and he was just dead after that. Like, they basically killed the Sven as well with the chrono.
So now the tower also dropping. The map control slipping away here, Winter, and they have great late game, but they don't have the map control carry like a Naga who can just shove in all the lanes constantly. And it's a Quas Wex Invoker. It's not really a great split pusher either. So losing these fights suddenly, it feels like Fnatic might be able to choke Execration out.
Yeah, the last 2 minutes, they lost 3 towers in a row. It's extremely, extremely bad for them. Right now, Brood has officially taken full control over the jungle, the Radiant jungle. And Roshan should be something that they look forward to go for soon, in the near future. Bloodstone on Timber. And all these items are suddenly racking up for Fnatic after the last 2 minutes of play. Like 5,000 gold lead, and more than that, like it's almost 7,000 right now from the last 2 minutes.
They begin their siege on the mid lane. Glyph is available. Mushi, Stone Gaze online as well. And mid one jumping in, looking to make a go on that Doom. Good stun on Abed. They do manage to get the EMP out, but Abed's in a lot of trouble, and Ohio flanks from the rear, brings down the Witch Doctor. They delete the Invoker as well. They're chasing onto Chemo too. They might lose the Doom. This game's starting to fall apart. The wheels are coming off for Execration. They're giving up too many kills. Mid one. Makes it a third. Oh, Winter. They're choking a bit here.
And they're tilting, they're losing their cool for sure after what happened in the last 2 minutes. They need to like regroup. They still have pretty good heroes if the game drags out, and they need to make sure they don't give up any more kills like this or fights like this easily. They have to play way more carefully and slowly, like slow down the pace of the whole team is moving. They're like too nervous and too rushing into things.
Well, I can relate to being tilted. I'll tell you that.
You're always tilted.
Hey, that's not true.
Yeah. Half true maybe, because you're drunk every time you're trying to play Dota.
That's not true either. So Desolator,
Alright.
actually no. No, Ohio going BKB first. Quite unusual. Normally see Bulldog just go for the DPS when he's playing the Brood. But I guess Ohio wants to be a bit more durable.
It's like too many disables. The cold snap, the tornado, the cask bouncing around and stuns on Sven. There's like way too many things to worry for the Brood. Mother. But usually, maybe you can get away by getting another DPS item before you go for BK.
Yeah, just see the positioning of Fnatic. They're so far forward, and they're looking to move again. Execration with 5 heroes in that mid lane. Let's see 3-4-3 hiding in the trees. And they go for the D-War. Does he farm and push in the lanes?
They're gonna try to find a... Their Void is actually very far away from his team. He's supposed to initiate for them. Oh dear. He was not on the same page with his team.
Well, they found the spider lanes, but creep. Fnatic try to catch the stragglers in the rear. They're going to find the Doom first. They should be able to bring him down with the Magnetize committed. RR sitting back, looking for a good cross. To a 10,000 gold lead. It's just been all red dots as of late. Peppering that gold graph.
Yeah, they are just way too nervous about like the state of the game. They have to relax and regroup and try to play the game slowly. They have pretty good vision around the areas. You need to try and catch up the Brute especially, because the Brute is like annoying them a lot by constantly shuffling the bottom lane into their base.
Ball, mid one, chaining in under Nando, but he does get stunned. And they grab themselves an Aegis. Mushi now completing the Lincolns, nearly completing the Manta. And all those fights. Void really just a chrono.
They need a good chrono, so getting a blink this game would help with that. Get a blink, try to chrono as many as you can, hit them with EMP, and hope for the best.
And they begin their siege. Mushi down on the low ground. It is a slow go. Bottom, trying to spread Execration thin. It's a delicate dance from Ohio not to get caught with a sentry down outside the base, but he just sends one spider lane at a time. He does show himself here. Do they jump him? Do they dare? They're indecisive. They're not sure where to go, but meanwhile, he is creeping in. They get a chrono. It's only on Ohio. Actually, no, it didn't catch him. He's able to make it out. Dance from Ohio not to get caught with a sentry down outside the base, but he just sends one spider lane at a time. He does show himself. Keep the Invoker out of the fight. The Sven's out of the picture as well. Another chain, another kill. This is going from bad to worse. The Void forced to run. They can type this perhaps with the... They're indecisive. They're not sure. He wants to go deeper. Mid one's confident. Good war stomp there right as DJ arrived with the Magnetize. The Boulder Smash does come through. And looking for more. He chains out, but the Cold Snap interrupts it. He may need the Bloodstone Suicide. He throws out the Chakram. He's still got a chain. He will make it out. And Fnatic are on the cusp of taking this game forward. Boulder Smash does come through. And their jump forward. Mid one, 19 Bloodstone charges at 24 minutes. Looking for more. He chains out, but the Cold Snap interrupts it. He may need the Bloodstone Suicide. He throws out the Chakram. He's still got a chain. He will make it out. And Fnatic are on the cusp. The qualifiers are slipping away before our eyes. Nando forced to stun creeps just to hold the line. Execration, bit by bit, getting chewed up here. And they're just not leaving. They continue to occupy the Execration base. Looking to move in forward and to go in deeper. Mushi, they try to pop this Aegis, but there's the Hex. He works on the creeps. In comes the Brood. RR's got a time walk out. Chrono's still cooling down. 20 seconds to go. Back while Ohio BKBs. Mid one up in front. Mushi gonna slither back. And it seems they may retreat now. Chains down just over the gap. They get rid of the Aegis. That's it. And I think Fnatic, they'll be content with this first lane, Winter. They back away.
And how did that chrono not hit?
From the angle I had originally, it seemed like he was caught.
He needs to land all his chronos, man. There's no way.
Yeah, and even now at this point, I don't know if it matters. Especially if it's just a Brood. Like, they're probably losing racks regardless, I would say. The hour grows late here for Execration.
Okay, so we think about the best case scenario for them. They're one of them, like the Timber as well, and you take the fight from there.
And you're hitting them with cleave on the boundary of the chrono. That's like the dream scenario with the death ward. I think then they might still be able to win, but
Nando is in trouble.
they
He
catch
doesn't
him
have
out.
any
The
KB.
Sven in danger. He's bought back. Certainly, they might lose the Witch Doctor too. 3-4-3 just out of range. Direct invite. They didn't even win the qualifier through the group stage, but that was the BO1s, and in BO3s, Fnatic showing that veteran.
Is under attack.
Just look at Midon, he's like alone taunting the enemy in the mid lane, and where the whole team is at top lane pushing.
Radiant
Flexing. And very confident to go in here. Buyback available on 2 of their cores. Nobody on the Radiant has it. So it's a 7v5 power play if they want to expend those buybacks. We see mid one holding serve bottom. Mushi up in front towards the top side of the mid lane. Roshan still. Deletes the Witch Doctor like that. It's now a 4v7 with the buybacks. It's going to be almost impossible for Execration. This looks to be their last stand. Bit by bit, Fnatic zeroing in. Every plank of that Medusa's arrows just all but sealing their fate. And finally the Chrono, they initiate its overwhelming Sunstrike as it's only a level 1 exhort. GG is the call. Execration will go to Seattle, but they will have to earn their spot through the wild card, and that is going to be a tall order considering the teams likely to qualify from all 3 of the other regions, honestly.
Well, it's still going to be a good experience for them, so a very good exposure, a good chance to fly to the States, you know, to get a look at the Valve headquarters, probably. Trips like this, despite being just the wildcard matches, the play-ins.
Yeah, really a strong showing, and you just got to take your hat off to Fnatic Winter. They have shown a lot of different. Just more comfortable as a team, the experience playing at the majors, you know, playing. You know, it wasn't the strongest showing from them in this qualifier. I feel like they'll need to play better than this to finish, you know, top 6, top 8 at TI, which I'm sure is what they're expecting as a minimum goal. Playing at the majors, you know, playing. See them getting top 6, top 8 like this. They're going to have to play more of what we've seen on the big stage from them in the past.
I mean, the early game for Execration this time was actually pretty good. They just sort of self-destructed in being around, and then they had a TP. They canceled their TPs. Someone gets caught out one at a time. You know, the early, apart from they need more exposure. Like in a series like this, Fnatic being a team that has much more experience, they have much more composure for those kind of situations.
Yeah, but
despite
like you
being
said,
down in the early game.
like you said, still a great learning experience for Execration, and they get a shot. They get to go to Seattle. They definitely are capable of winning that wildcard qualifier. I think we'll have to see who the other teams are and how things change over the next month and a half. But any other closing thoughts here as we wrap up Southeast Asian action?
Well, I'm actually really excited to see like most of the teams of C actually improve a lot. Like it's not only MVP and Fnatic anymore. Like teams like WG Unity and Execration have improved a lot over the past month. So I'm really happy for them.
Yeah, they're Fnatic, TNC, as well as MVP. So, I mean, honestly, I feel like all of these teams have potential.